For those of you who didn't happen to see it, Elon Musk recently said on Rogan's podcast that he believes empathy is a weakness of Western civilization. And this got me thinking, because that's a really weird thing for someone in his position to say. Now, he probably believes that empathy is a weakness in general because he probably wouldn't be a billionaire otherwise, right? Like, it's very difficult to amass that kind of money knowing that you're going to be stepping on people to get there, knowing that your actions may even lead to people dying over time. But another thing I found interesting about him saying this on Rogan's podcast is the implication that he's probably saying it so that his followers will start believing it as well, that they'll start thinking that empathy is this great weakness that's going to lead to the downfall of Western civilization. And to that, I want to point out that humanity wouldn't even have survived up until now if not for empathy. Don't believe me? Well, think about this. Is there any possible way we would have made it this far if we didn't form tribes and eventually societies and cultures of our own and that kind of thing? If we didn't band together, there is no way humanity would have survived up until this point if we lacked empathy. Because lacking empathy means we become incredibly selfish and greedy, and we start hoarding resources and making sure other people don't have access to those resources, which leads to other people dying. So hopefully you can see that there's a 0% chance humanity would have lasted this long if not for empathy. Because we would have allowed all the weak people to die, and that would mean that only the strong would survive, but they don't stay strong forever, right? Strong people eventually become old enough to be weak again, and then there have to be other people to take care of them. They won't be able to take care of themselves. So see, empathy is needed for humanity. Do not believe for a moment that empathy is a weakness, especially when it's coming from a freaking billionaire. I mean, what more evidence do you need to see that this is propaganda? These people want you to believe that empathy is bad because it means now you can be a useful puppet for them. That means that they could tell you to go after other people who think differently than you, and you'll be more likely to actually buy into that nonsense. You'll be more likely to view those other people as being less human than you, and that only creates problems. So please don't drink the Kool-Aid and believe that empathy is a weakness. It simply isn't. Again, humanity would not have made it this far if not for empathy. And all the people like Elon Musk are profiting off of the current system that they've rigged in their favor does not mean that their method actually works in the long run. Especially since there are probably a lot of people who would throw Elon in prison if they were able to. So do you really believe the side of humanity is the wrong option here, or the side of some billionaire who's essentially a sociopath and is basically messing around with people's lives to get whatever his goals are? Do you really want to take the side of one powerful, rich person over all of humanity? There you go. Empathy is simply not a weakness. Do not fall for that nonsense.